Hey guys, good evening. We're gonna go ahead and get started tonight. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about your light being illuminated, and as it pertains to the spiritual journey and a lot of things that you are going through, or you may be going through. I've had some requests, from people that want to understand the journey in greater details and what is going on. There's a lot going on in the collective right now, and people are experiencing a lot with, especially with this Venus retrograde. There are people that are coming back from your past. There are past energies that are returning, past attitudes. Good evening, how you doing? There are a lot of things coming from the past, and people are a lot of times scared of, or they think that retrograde is a bad thing, but retrograde is not always a bad thing. It's a time for us to slow down and take inventory of where we are, what progress we've made, what is going on with us in the energy and the people that we deal with, what needs to be cleared out, and what we need to do in order to move to the next step, or the things that still need to be attended to as far as our spiritual life is. But for many of you, you've gone through narcissistic relationships. You've gone through a lot of traumatic relationships in family. You've gone through a lot of hurtful and abusive relationships, with friends, or you cannot seem to find genuine friends and it's because of who you are, and it's because of who you're meant to be. And for a lot of you, you've been going through a lot of things because your light is being illuminated. And not only is it being illuminated to you, to shed light to you of who you are, it's also being illuminated to the world. And people are discovering that you're not who they thought you were. People don't understand how you think, how you behave, how you move, because you are not like them. You are a chosen one. And as chosen ones, there is a lot that comes with you. There is a lot. A lot of you right now are coming out of hermit mode. Some of you are still in hermit mode, because wherever you came out of within the last, and take this how it resonates for you, there was whoever I'm speaking to, you either went through a lot of conflict with somebody. The people were in competition with you. They were on a win at all costs timeline. Whoever you were dealing with, this could be a relationship, this could be family. But there was a lot of sneakiness, a lot of bullying. They could have been stealing from you energetically. They could have been stealing from you emotionally. They could have been stealing from you financially. And They could have been an abusive person. You could have been in an abusive relationship, but you went in, you chose you. And sometimes we retreat out because when we choose ourselves or when we choose this journey, we think it's going to get better. But a lot of times it does not get easier because there are steps that you have to take in order to get to where you need to be. You have to realize who you are. And when that light starts to illuminate, there's a lot of things that you don't understand. You don't understand, you start to awaken. And once you start to awaken, you find out that a lot of people are out of alignment with who you are and where you're going and that they can't go. But Spirit is saying that it is time to crush the narrative. It is time for you to learn who you are. It is time for you to step into this light. It is time for you to accept your assignment, your mission. Understand that your pain was not meant to punish you. It was not meant to paralyze you. It was not meant to destroy you. Your pain was meant to purpose you, prepare you, position you, purpose you, and to prosper you. Many of you have books in you. Many of you have sacred missions in you. Many of you are spiritual guides to others. And it depends too on what your mission here is and what you're supposed to do. Hey sis, I'm glad you're here. I need to make you a moderator. But depending on who you are and what you have to go through, your trials, your tribulations, your suffering, the things that you've gone through have been greater than others. And the reason why is because the things that you've gone through with that toxic ex, or that narcissistic parent, or that narcissistic sibling, or those fake friends, these are areas that you agreed before you came here, that you contracted to come here and work on. And these are areas that you needed strength in. These are areas where you had to learn the lessons in. These are areas that had to be illuminated and healed first in order for you to be able to fully awaken and know who you are and get on your mission. And some people will say, well, how do I know who I am? Or how do I know what I'm supposed to do? Because once you become awakened, there is something called the Akashic Records. And it's like a vibrational library. It contains the record of every soul's journey, past, present, future, and your future possibilities. Let me say that. Because energy is fluid. And you can have a contract with somebody when you come here, and that contract can either be renegotiated or it can be canceled based on the energy, based on what happens, based on a person's healing, or based on a person's refusal to heal. Because we all have free will. And not everybody chooses to get on the healing journey. You'll hear them say, well, I'm just me. I'm going to always be me. Those are people that don't want to heal. Those are people that don't want to do the work. But you've been tested in a lot of areas. People tested you in a lot of areas. You feel like you're weary sometimes, but it is your physical body trying to catch up with the spiritual and the energetic expansion of your soul, because you're taking in so much more. A lot of you are leveling up, ascending at quantum rates. and you're feeling like you're sick, you're feeling like you're tired, you're feeling weak, you're feeling disgusted. Sometimes you feel like you want to give up. You have to go in and you got to meditate. Sometimes you contemplate, what is the next move? What am I supposed to be doing? And you've had to go in and reevaluate your whole situation. You may be restless because you're used to living your life one way and doing things one way, but you will find out that when you are on a spiritual awakening journey, everything starts to change. Everything starts to change. And people won't align with the changes, the people, that's why they say that everybody can't go. Because it does not mean that you will never be able to have a relationship with some of these people ever again. You just got to keep moving and working on yourself and doing what it is that you need to do for yourself in order for you to heal. And then people catch up. We're all walking in the same direction, but we're all on a different path, a different journey. For many of you, I'm going to try to break this down to you guys tonight so that you can get an understanding of why you went through that narcissistic abusive relationship. Why you went through your mother or your father didn't love you, or why did they leave you, or why did they abuse you, or why, if people ask the question all the time, if there's a God, then why does he allow these things to happen? You contracted with everybody in your life to go through all the things that you went through before you got here, but you forgot who you were when they shined the light in your face. You had to wake up. You've had to go through and get rid of old systems that no longer work for you. Sometimes, and you go through different awakenings on this journey. You go through different, I'm for you because you're one of the ones that asked me to break it down, and I told y'all I was going to do it. I was intended to come on and do it last night and break all of this stuff down, because we focus all the time on the narrative of the narcissistic or the toxic ex or the people that are doing things to us. But I want to come on here and give you guys something to help you fight the battle, to not just keep reflecting on the battle, because see, the battle for many of us is over with. It's gone. But we still keep looking back because we want to see the retribution. We want to see our justice. The justice is that you made it out. The justice is that you woke up and found out who you are. The justice is that it did not destroy you. There are many people that went through the same things that we went through, and it destroyed them. It destroyed them. Dark magic is real. Witchcraft is real. It's real. Demons are real. Spiritual warfare is real. How do you know it's because you went through it? Many of you, people, they broke your heart. They had you in a depressive state, confused, because the betrayal was so strong. Do you know that people that go through emotional abuse is a lot worse sometimes, and it's bad to say and hard to say, some physical abuse, because the cortisol levels that you have in your brain are 3 times the level that a person that is under normal stress should have. What you go through in a narcissistic relationship, you suffer with the cortisol stress levels in your brain are equal to the stress of 3 adults that are going through a very stressful time. And for many of you, you went through more than stressful times. And there was a lot of emotion here because there was a lot of love here, but you went through heartbreak. You went through suffering. You went through betrayal. Now there are people that are going through great disappointment because of what happened. And these people, they're trying to come back in right now because they want to get out of the rain. They want to get out of the cold. They know that a lot of them are discovering that the things that they did to you is what triggered what they're going to. Because for some of you, you don't even realize that you triggered awakenings in people. Your walking away has made somebody go through a dark night of the soul. Not in a negative way, but something that they have refused to do. Because this person has been lying not only to you, but they've been lying to themselves about who they are, about what they need to do. They've been sitting in victim mentality for so long that they have started to believe their lies. But you've got receipts on the betrayal. You got receipts on the heartache, the disappointment. But you've also got receipts that you were the victor. You were the emperor. You were the empress. Why? Because you came out on top. You caused a tower in a lot of these people's lives. And I'm putting my cards in with what I'm teaching tonight. So y'all bear with me. We're gonna wrap it all up. And you know, you get a lot out of collective reads, but sometimes you got to dig deeper. You got to invest in yourself. You got to go within and do the inner work, because after the shadow work, you're not done. You know what? The first level of awareness is you wake up to the truth, and you realize that life is more than material. You start sensing the energy shifts. For a lot of you, you could already sense the energy shifts before you woke up. But we have been in a society, in a world that is full of programs. TV is full of programs. That's why I took the TV out of my house. I no longer have a need for it. I no longer have a desire for it. Why? Because when I got on this journey, I didn't align with much anymore. How do you know that you're going through a spiritual awakening versus a spiritual ascension? Because through an awakening, you got a lot. You lose interest in shallow relationships. Your intuition increases, and as you go through higher ascensions, your intuition increases even more. You start to see synchronicities with angel numbers and repeating signs. You start to question the old beliefs like religion and societal systems. You feel isolated, even in a room full of people. You feel misunderstood. This is how you know that you're going through a spiritual awakening, because you start to change and people start to say, well, you know, what's wrong with you? Or are you crazy? No, you're not crazy. It's just that you're waking up to the truth. And once you wake up to the truth, you can't go back. It's like Dick Gregory said, when the universe picks you and you put on the glasses, you can't make anybody else wear them, but you can't take them off either. You know, and there's a difference between when you're going through something, and once you go through an awakening, you start to see all of the signs that you missed before. You start to realize that a lot of things that people wanted you to believe or were trying to make you believe, you never really believed them. But when you're programmed, you're on autopilot. A lot of people are living their lives on autopilot. They don't really know what's going on, what to do, how to do, but they're living their life on autopilot. But Spirit is saying that it is time to crush the narrative. You got to crush the narrative. What do I mean by that? That means that you got to transition now and you got to move on. You got to move on to change. You got to leave the past in the past. You got to stop looking back at it. You got to move on to calmer waters, because whatever was then, it's over with. For some of you, you've been looking at reading after reading after reading after reading, trying to see if there's something that's going to change. There is nothing that is going to change about a situation where the Most High has called the contract. Because what makes a contract be called? If a person refuses to heal, number one, and you get on the healing journey. Two can't walk together except they agree. If your light irritates their demons, there's no way that you guys can walk together. Another thing that would cause a contract to be null and void is that if a person did not honor the contract, but outside of that, they went over and beyond to hurt you, to betray you, abandon you, steal your abundance, try to swap destinies with you, work black magic on you, if they did all of those things, and then they were warned, because there's nothing, warning comes before destruction. A lot of these people, for the things that they did to you, they were warned about the things that they did. They were warned spiritually, intuitively. Some of them went to readers, spiritual workers. Some of them wouldn't even take their cases, because when they looked into it and they knew who you were, they were like, oh no, I'm not touching that. That's an earth angel. That's an indigo child. That is a healer. They know who you are, because these people knew who you were energetically before you knew who you were. You're like, well, how did they know? They know because they know their assignment. Their assignment was to bring the karmic lesson. So your assignment was to wake up and realize that this was a lesson. For many of you, it took you a long time, because they were meant to bring you betrayal in order to teach you a lesson. You were their blessing. They were supposed to wake up and see their blessing. You were supposed to wake up and learn the lesson. Well, you woke up and learned the lesson, but they didn't see that you were their blessing until it was too late. Now you're sitting in this Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation. You got opportunities. You got everything coming. Now they see that you are the star. They see that you got a bright future, and they want to step into the light, but they don't have the resources that it takes to step into the light. A lot of them are tied to the karma that they brought, that they brought on themselves for what they did to you. Why? Because they brought you financial loss. They didn't have faith in you. They wanted you to be in a lack mindset. They want to isolate you from people that love and care about you. They wanted you to be worried. They want you to be in a state or a place of defeat, loneliness, feeling like you needed them. They wanted to feel needed, because a lot of these people are broken. They're broken from the inside out. They want somebody to identify with their pain. Why? Because misery loves company. But you were not this type of person. These people that you were dealing with was somebody that was stuck to poverty, used to being in poverty. Some of them might have had money, but they wanted you to be impoverished. They wanted you to bow down to them. You got to take it how it resonates with you. Everybody didn't come from the same background, but these people were sitting in an energy where they really had low self-esteem. You thought they were very confident, very arrogant, but that arrogance and that confidence came because they know they had you, and you were their saving grace. Till the saving grace got up and got in their King of Swords energy, made a head over heart decision, got the mental clarity that they needed, started taking authority and leadership back over your life. You got the hell on. And now you sitting here in this abundant energy, Nine of Cups, learning, waking up. And somebody's still in the Knight of Wands energy, still hypersexual, still hooking up, still lying about who they are, still lying about what they're doing, still unpredictable, still not responsible, very, very impulsive. But it helped you to awaken to who you are. So you can't feel, a lot of people say, well, why did God do this to me? Whatever you felt that was happening to you, it wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you. Once you awaken, it opens up your energetic frequency to higher dimensions. We're in the 3D, but it opens it up to the 5D and higher. Then you can access those dimensions through meditation, dream work, astral travel, and connecting with your higher self and your guides. But it requires you to have a clear energy field, a strong intuition, and it requires you to be in alignment. And being with these people that we have been connected to in the past, you didn't have a clear energy field. You couldn't have, because these people wanted you to be low vibrational, toxic. You were loving on a demon. But it's time to move forward in knowing where you need to go, knowing where you need to do, Many of you are moving on towards new abundance, new love, but you got somebody that is stuck in the past, stuck on memories about you, and they feel like they have a right to you because many of you had past lives together. They feel like they have a right to you because of the soul contract that you had, but that soul contract is no longer valid. They feel like they have a right to you because of the karmic ties that you guys had and the soul ties that is connected to this person. But you are going on to live in your life purpose. You've learned the lessons. You're beginning to heal the generational patterns and curses. You're understanding what your personal challenges are. You're aligning with your divine purpose. You're unlocking your spiritual gifts so that you can stand instead of being who you are. Whether you are a star seed, an earth angel, an indigo child, a rainbow child, the difference between an indigo child came here with a specific mission. That's an indigo child. A rainbow child is one that does not have any karmic debt. This is their first lifetime. So for many, that would be like your millennials and on down that have come back. Not all of them, and I'm just trying to give you guys some knowledge as we go along, so that you know that your light is truly being illuminated. Spirit wants you to know that your light is being illuminated, that you are in your north node, that you are transforming because you made the right decisions, because you ended toxic cycles, and you're now open to receive the abundance that the Most High has for you. You're now open to receive the new love that the Most High has for you, because you've walked away and distanced yourself from people that were broken, or people that rejected you, people that wanted to control you, people that were being deceptive towards you. They want to come back in now and they want to tempt you. They want to make you believe that you guys can fix whatever the problem is, but only if the Most High says you can fix what the problem is, because like for some of you, you don't want any parts to do with your past. And I'm not mad at you, because a lot of these people are still sitting in their bullcrap. A lot of them need to go through a rebirth, and they don't want to. But you're leveling up. You're leveling up your frequency. You're shedding lower timelines. That's why people don't understand you. You don't realize that we're looking for the exes that are coming back. A lot of ex people have been coming back. But you're starting to see a lot of other things too. You're starting to see, I know, Gene, not today or tomorrow or next year ain't looking good either. Not at all. But you're starting to see a lot of the things that you shedded come back around in other people, whether you know these people or you don't. Many times you do know them. They may be family, they may be friends, they may be spouses, they may be ex-lovers. You see the you that used to have a bad attitude. And when they said, we're in a season of exes, we are. This is the Venus retrograde, but retrograde is not all about just people. Sometimes there are past attitudes that come back, but it's not to harm you, or it's not for a bad reason. It's just to show you where you are in your walk right now. It's to show you that you've grown. It's to show you that you've healed. It's to give you that confidence that you need to know that you're on the right path. It's time for you to stand up in your power. It's time for you to use your intuition. It's time for you to get passionate. Fire here. It's time for you to get passionate about your journey. And for many of us, a lot of times, you know, we're like, I don't know what to do. All you got to do is get up. All you got to do is pray and meditate. All you got to do is ask the Holy Spirit, the Most High, to let your angels, your guides, and your ancestors that love and care about you to give you divine intervention. And you will get that divine intervention. Somebody right now is going through an activation. You're being spiritually activated right now. You've already gone through the awakening. You've already gone through, or you're going through the ascension right now, which is, spiritual ascension is an ongoing process. Because what it is, it's higher vibration integration. You're leveling up your frequency, like I said. The symptoms, you may have like physical detox symptoms, like you may have fatigue, you may have headaches, your ears may be ringing, you may be having really vivid dreams or astral traveling. When you get up, you feel like you're tired, like you've been traveling all night, because you have. And then you may go through an emotional purge. You may just start crying for no reason at all. You may just become irritable. But your sensitivity becomes heightened also to people and environment. So when you're going through a spiritual ascension, it's best for you to go back in this hermit mode and take time out. That way you can make sure what you're going through, keep you a journal by your bed so that you can write down how you're feeling, what your feelings are. And that way you'll know what you're going through. Am I going through an ascension? Am I going through an activation? What's the difference? You know, an awakening is realization. An ascension is transformation and embodiment. You know, and your transformation and what you go through, it just depends on what type of chosen one you are and what your role is as that chosen individual. Somebody said, well, I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to do. How you know which chosen one you are? You have to notice the patterns in your life experiences, what you went through, your energy sensitivities, your gifts that just naturally show up, like healing, guidance, rebellion, truth-telling, or what roles people naturally pull you into. And you say, well, what do you mean by that? Because what it is that you're meant to do. The people, I got you, sis. The people that need you are going to seek you out for who you are. That's why you've attracted the type of broken people that you did. Because a lot of those people that were broken, that came in and hurt you, that came in and betrayed you, a lot of those people displayed or did the things to you that your soul family and soul tribe in the collective are going to go through or have been through. And if you don't know, if you haven't been through these things, you won't, yes, it is like a roller coaster. If you haven't been through these things, you won't know how to help them. You know, for me, I get everybody from the narcissistic abuse, family, betrayal. Oh man, I get it all. Like, but the gifts that I have are so spiritually diverse. Like, I don't need the cards to read. I don't need the cards to channel. I can just tell you straight off the rip. I pick up people's energies. I pick up people's pain. That's because I'm a healer. I'm able to guide people through where they need to go. That's because I'm a guide. When people are hurt and they need somebody to take them out of a certain energy, that's because I am a spiritual warrior, spiritual judge. You might be, and I'm telling you these things because these are things that you might be. And those type of people are going to find you out. They're going to seek you out. Because you'll be like, people walk up to me and they just tell me their whole life. Yeah, been happening to me all my life. But since a spiritual cleanse is when you go in, you do your spiritual hygiene. Number one, spiritual cleanse includes having to break off like ties and cords. Like I just did I actually made the spiritual detox regimen for myself. But if so many people that were going through what I went through, that I just went ahead and formally published it and made it available to, to the collective. But when you go in and you spiritually cleanse, you got to go in, you pray, you meditate, you learn how to call your energy back. You use certain crystals, there's certain baths that you take, there's certain sound frequencies that you use. And all of that is in my spiritual detox regimen. Is in the My LeapStore. If you look in my description box in this live, it's got all of that information. I'm actually putting out a shadow work guide with a journal, and it helps you to go in and to heal. Because sometimes you gotta pick it up and you find aspects that you haven't healed yet, and you have to go back and you have to revisit these things. And like Jean said, it's like a roller coaster sometimes. I mean, this spiritual journey, it takes courage, man. It's not for the faint. It's not for the weak. If you've been on this journey or you're on this journey, you know. You're welcome, sis. You know that you've been through a lot. And sometimes you get tired. But many of you had the courage to seek out change and to change directions in your life. And now because of that, you are becoming somebody's wish fulfillment, and you're getting your wish fulfillment. There is somebody that finds you very, very nurturing and very compassionate. I don't know who I'm speaking to. But there's somebody that finds you very nurturing and very compassionate. There's somebody that wants to come in, take it how it resonates for you. They want to give you a love offer. They want to come in out, and this is not a past person, y'all. They want to come in out of the storm. Somebody went through an unexpected storm. They want to come in out of the storm. They feel that you're worth them coming out of the storm. They feel like that you're a safe haven for them. They don't even know why. This person knows that you're in your north node. They're very, very attracted to you. They see you as very stable, very balanced, and they think that they could flow with you. They think that they could grow with you. Spirit is saying that it's safe to love this person. Just trust the divine time, and there's no rush. Take your time. It's not somebody that's going to rush you. It's not somebody that is going to love bomb you, gaslight you. This is somebody that wants to come in and build with you. This is somebody that you may be a little bit further along on your journey, or they may be a little bit further along on their journey. Either way, but both of you have been going in and doing the work on yourself and healing yourself. Spirit says you're going to get clarity on who this person is. It's somebody that they are sending to you as your karmic justice for what was done to you. And then you got this ex-person that is still pulling on your energy, but this person, they want to tell the truth, but they don't know how to tell the truth. Candy, one thing about it, when you're celibate, that is the best way to be, because once you cleanse your energy and that semen retention, it makes you stronger, more powerful. Your gifts are more prevalent, and they start to show up, because a lot of you are being gifted some gifts that you did not have. You had spiritual gifts, but you're being rewarded with some extra spiritual gifts for overcoming what you did, because you went through a lot from a lot of people. You were attacked by a lot of different people for no reason at all, just because of who you are. These people attack you for who you are, and you're like, okay, yes, they're evil, but they did their job. They did their job in the fact that you woke up. They did their job in the fact that you are now on your spiritual journey. They did their job in the fact that you're getting ready to change a lot of lives. For many of you, your mission here is so great that you don't even understand that what you went through, it still pales in comparison to who you are. Some of you are so powerful that you can speak a person into your existence and out of your existence, just like that. You can speak blessings into your existence, just like that. You can speak blessings into others. You can speak what you want. But you've been beat down for so long, dealing with people that were low vibrational, wanting you to be toxic. Even if you didn't do the things they did. You share energy with these people. These people want you to be in your ego like them. They wanted you to have to heal them, and they not do no work. They wanted you to take on their karma for them, because for some of you, you guys were dealing with some people that they were very, very gifted in the fact that they knew how to energy shift. They knew how to shift the energy to where they didn't have to. They were used to stealing energetically from people, but what they messed around and did when they got with you, you were this bright, brilliant light. And they were mesmerized by your light. Mesmerized by your love. And they thought that they could dip in and out of your energy. They thought they could dip in and out like they did everybody else, but what they didn't know is that you weren't like anybody else. What they didn't realize is that there's a spark in you that's like none other. Loving you, when people love you, and man, y'all better say something to me when I say this, because this is going to kill it. You're going to know that you know who you are. But when people love you, it seems like when they come into your life, they're okay at first. But it's like when you really love them, they go crazy. And they do. They electrocute themselves on your energy. They overdose on your energy. Your energy is so powerful. We mad at these people for what they did, because a lot of them couldn't help it, because they basically overdosed themselves on our energy. And it's like finding a fountain of youth. Just imagine if you can find the fountain of youth and you bathe it. That's what they did. Your energy was a fountain of youth for this person or these people. And they would bathe themselves in your energy, leave you the mud on you. You the towel, they just throw it on, just throw the towel on the statue and go on. And you're, yes. So it's like, they go crazy. My brother and I would call it, we call it, it's a gift and a curse. Because it's a gift that people can be so, man, that you got this love that's so tantalizing, so mesmerizing, but at the same time, it's a curse in the fact that all the crazy people just migrate towards you. All the people that are low vibrational, they migrate towards you. Because you are that light that they need to remember who they are, to awaken. You are the one with the strength. For many of you, you were dealing with twin flame energies. Now, there is a difference between twin flame and soulmate. A twin flame is a mirror reflection of you. I used to tell my ex that at one time I was you. I'm not to that extent, but at one time I did all of that. At one time I was loving one person, had a family, had 2 or 3 other people on the outside. Didn't love any of it. It was me that I didn't love. Because now he would sometimes tell me, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that. And I'm like, baby, I learned that lesson. That I said, do you know how much the upkeep on me is? I ain't say me, but you know what I'm saying. You know how much the upkeep is? And that's too much work anyhow. I'm giving myself to this person, that person. You fragmented. That's too much work. I ain't got time for that. When I get through dealing with one person, if I choose to deal with one person ever again, but that's enough. Ain't nobody got time for that. You drugged down. I remember one day, calls me on video call in the car. Like, man, you look whooped down. I said, you done did a lot today, huh? You didn't like that, man. Because I couldn't help it because I could just see the energy. And he used to tell me all the time, you're cold in your readings. I said, yeah, I can read everybody's energy but yours, huh? Yeah, I said, you're the only one. Let him tell the he was the only one that I ever got it wrong. I didn't get it wrong. I didn't get it wrong. It's just that there was no accountability to be had. So you find that in people. A lot of times the twin flame mirrors, you guys mirror one another. And all twin flames aren't meant for you to stay with or be with. They're meant for you to get the lessons, wake you up so that you can get on the journey. A soulmate, on the other hand, is somebody that is a kindred soul, either from a past life or as a gift from the Most High. And everybody that's a soulmate does not have to be a romantic partner. Yeah, you can, Candy, you feel when you're talking to your spirit guides, you got more than one. You got more than one. And you may have one that's working with you in a certain area on certain things. You got different spirit guides that work with you in different areas. Because depending on how many gifts you have, it's like going to a specialist for a doctor. You got different spirit guides. Like I did not know until last year that I had the clairs, but I always have been able to hear conversations in rooms where I'm not at, or sounds, but I'm thinking like I'm hearing things like, but I wasn't, or I can see things as they're happening and I'm not there. I can see people that nobody else can see. And I was but you don't have to be afraid, because we were taught wrong about a lot of things. We were taught wrong about the light versus the dark. Oh, that the dark is evil. No, the dark is unhealed. The dark in you is unhealed. It's not evil. It's unhealed. But yeah, Candy, you got your spirit guides. You got your angel guides. You have your own archangel that's assigned to you. And then you have your ancestors. Make sure, though, when you call these ancestors, I'm going to say this over and over and over again. If y'all don't get nothing else I tell you, remember this. When you call on those ancestors, make sure you call on the ones that love and care about you. Because some of them didn't care about nobody when they was here. And they're the same right now. You don't want them. You don't want them at all. Because you don't want anything on your spirit team that's working against you. You got enough people that's working against you on this side. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But let me see. Is there any questions that anybody have about anything? About anything. Somebody here is still living, not the collective. There's somebody that you're attached to that's still living a facade. about their beliefs, about who they are. They're isolating themselves. They're very guarded right now because they don't want to be vulnerable. They want to come in and be vulnerable to you, but they don't think that you're going to listen to them. And for many of you, you're not. This person is in their head about you, and you haven't even talked to this person. You don't talk to this person. But this person is having doubts that they can fix a thing. And then you got one. This is not for everybody. Take it how it resonates for you. Somebody's got an X in their energy that feels like they're going to get you back. They feel like they can get you back. This person is having a lot of self-esteem issues right now, though, because they're lacking in a lot of areas, and they know it. They're being forced to face themselves. They're dreaming about you. They've been getting some messages in their dreams about you, or they may have been trying to send you messages in your dreams. Yes, indeed. The white light. But make sure they love and care about you. And the reason, we're going to talk about that on another live. But just make sure they love and care about you. Because the reason why is nothing bad. The reason why, the ones that really love and care about you, baby, they going to ride hard. They going to ride real hard. The ones that love and care about you personally, because some of your ancestors were here, they going to ride for you, baby. And when you call them, it ain't going to be tomorrow when they show up, and you better know what you're doing when you call them, because they going to ride for you. That's why I say, call on the ones that love and care about you. That's the one that had direct dealings with you while they were here. Oh, baby, they going to ride for you. And when I say ride for you, you're going to feel sorry for the people that's coming against you. Because you're going to be like, dang. Woo. When I say ride for you, oh, baby, they coming to ride for you. Let me tell you something. This is when you know that you know that you know that you are somebody in the spirit realm, because I'm like, man, why are they messing with me? I'm just regular. I'm just little old me. Till I got a message that somebody's ancestors had taken the ancestral protection off of them, and they was riding with my ancestors. I'm like, what? What? You can do that? Because I'm like, what? Don't even worry about it. Let them stalk you, baby. You know what? They do this. Yeah, you gotta call in the OGs, baby, because they coming. They coming. When I say they coming, just call them. You're gonna see. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Tell you what, you ain't gotta call your energy back from the people that stalking you on social media. Tell you what you do. Call them ancestors that love and care about you. And tell them to handle it. You need that. You need divine intervention on the people that's stalking you on social media. Watch what happens. All their devices gonna break. They may not be able to pay for their service. All kind of stuff. I'm telling you. Like you be like, huh? Because some of this stuff you be like, let's talk, y'all. I didn't ask y'all to do all that. Like, hey, you couldn't do it. You called us to do it. And we do it the way we want to do it. And guess what? Your ancestors are not tied to emotions like you are. So your emotions may go back and forth. Somebody can trick your heart sometimes. They ain't got no heart for nobody. Because they're detached from emotions. They're spirits. They don't have the same. They don't feel the same about that. But you are getting assistance from your spirit guides. That's what came up. You are getting that. But there's somebody, y'all, that wants to come in and have a passionate new beginning. And then you got this hey big head ex of yours that still is not wanting to make up. One thing you got to say about this person, I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. As a guide, that's what I'm here for, is to answer the questions. And like you said, sometimes readers, it's not that we feel you already know. Like we talked about, like when we're channeling, it's different. So it's different when we're channeling. Like tonight, I'm doing something different than I've ever done. I'm taking time and going through to answer the questions, to try to enlighten you on things that you may need to know, or they could help you on this journey with what you're going through or where you are currently. And at the same time, as messages drop, I'm also giving you guys the messages as well. But yeah, you got an ex that's sitting here in a very lack mentality. They're lacking self-esteem. They're lacking abundance. They're lacking stability. They're lacking resilience. They're lacking. Somebody is about to lose their place to stay. Yeah, but this is divine intervention for somebody. Somebody's ex. There's divine intervention here that's detouring them from something. But there's a new person that's in your energy that feels very drawn to you. Or this may be you. You may feel very drawn to them. You're purging out something, or they're purging out something. They're trying to grow, or they want to come in and grow with you. To somebody that was bound to something, or somebody that was toxic, but now they are forming a new solid foundation. Yeah. And they want to come in to union with you. They want to create with you. Somebody thinks that they owe you an apology. They want your forgiveness, but they don't know what to say. They don't know where to start because they've done so much. They want to put this in a, how do I put it? They want to put this in an organized apology / confession, but they can't do it because they're so chaotic and there's so much that they've done that it's just a never-ending cycle or circle. Yeah, this is somebody that wants a reunion with you that you might have had a soul tie with. They are definitely watching you if and where they can. Somebody that's still dealing with their shadow side, though. They're still in their north node. It's somebody that's going, like I said, I told you guys earlier, somebody's going through a dark night of the soul. You leaving force this person to have to face their shadow. And Spirit is saying that the Most High is forcing this person to either heal, because they can't heal. Not like they are. Like they're not going to be able to, bring you definitely or nobody else an offer of love until they heal themselves, because the Most High is not going to let them do to anybody else what they did to you. They did too much. They went too far. They did things that they didn't have to do. For some of you, this person went as far as, this person went as far as working with somebody to try to make it seem like something happened to you. They tried to create, they might have worked on your vehicle, tried to create a freak accident. A freak accident. Depending on where you are, go check the insurance, it's the national insurance, I gotta get the name of it, but whatever, it's the agency where you can give them your social security number and they can tell you if there's a policy on your life, whether you may be the insured, but you may not be the owner. But if you know that you don't have a policy for XYZ amount of dollars and there's one out there, then this will let you know that this is your message. What? Wait a minute. What? Oh my God. You're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah. Yep. I mean, these people, whoever they are, they didn't have any, they went over and beyond. Like I said, over and above, they went over and above. This is somebody that there was no unity with this person. This person planted seeds, or they plant seeds of discord. And I'm getting that the person that they got to get the policy was either somebody that they were married to, or somebody that they had a child with before, or either, I love you too, babe, either, man, this person was really, 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 but the problem is here, it's a twofold problem. This person was doing dark things to you, and they thought that they were doing them because they wanted to do them, because I don't know, they felt like you weren't true because they were listening to lies from somebody else. But the problem is that somebody was working dark magic on them to try to pull them away from you. And what happened is that's when they started doing all these crazy things to you. And they got caught up in a situation that's not for everybody. Take it how it resonates for you. But this person has since realized that they were duped, that they were tricked in a situation. But many of them are doubting that you're going to take them back, or that you're going to forgive them, because they are, I'm hearing godly sorry, but for many of them it is too late. Not because you would have taken them back, but it's the way they did it. It's not what they did, it is how they did it. You know, for a lot of you, these people did everything. They slept with your friends. They slept with your family members. Oh, man, come on. They did things with people they shouldn't have did things with, man. Like, for a lot of them, these people, like, they thought they were some type of dark god. They thought they were above God. For many of them, they were practicing some type of dark occult magic. For some of you, they had you as a doll with some of your personal belongings on an altar. I'm seeing. I'm seeing. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing Haitian magic. I'm seeing Santeria, moon magic. But on top of this, you came out as the Hierophant. Somebody, oh my God, somebody's sleeping with their own sister and their own niece. This person had no boundaries. This person was reckless. This person was the devil. Like, and now they're sitting here in this Eight of Swords energy, restricted and conflicted by their own mind, and they're still in this victim mentality because they're looking for somebody to blame for what happened. They're looking for somebody to blame for what happened in y'all's relationship. They're saying that this is something that you caused, or this is something that you wanted, that this person, they had no truth in them. You're getting justice. You're progressing on in life. Like I said, somebody is coming in to work with you. This person is still being sneaky and freaky. I mean, that's what they do. This, whoever I'm talking, this person is sneaky. I'm hearing sneaky and freaky. This person has wound themselves up in some type of, I don't know. They're stuck. And they're bound. And some of them might have gone into some of them may have gotten married to somebody, or they're in a common law type of deal, or they're saying that they're going to marry somebody and they're trying to get away from it or get out of it, and they're not able to get out of it because this person is holding something over their heads. This person, whoever this is they're not able to gain their stability because whoever they went to, this person is working dark magic on them so that they won't be able to take care of themselves, so that they won't have the resources that they need. This person is spinning their wheels, going round and round in circles, and it's not because I can't even say it. I can't even talk. There's somebody that's not even, they're so messed up in their head that they can't even get their words out right, but they know that something is wrong. They just don't know what's wrong. And what it is that the person that they are connected to, or the people that they are connected to, they know that this person is not a lazy person, I'm getting, or not. However they make their money, it's being restricted. They're being restricted. This person is working against them because whoever this is, they know if this person has the resources that they need, whether they come back to you or not, or try to come back to you, because I know a lot of you don't want them back, but this person knows that this person is not going to stay with them. Yeah, this person does not have the strength. They want to make a decision. They're trying to make a decision. They're in their head trying to make a decision to leave where they are, but this person has caused financial loss for them. They're isolating them. They're speaking a lack mindset and keeping this person in poverty by doing things or providing them with things that are low vibrational, and they're like spending all of their money to try to make somebody happy, try to keep somebody happy. But this person knows, whoever they're connected to, they knew that you were this person's Ace of Pentacles. They knew that you were their new beginning. They knew that you were their abundance. The manifestation was with you. They tried to be the star like you. Nah, this is ending. It's not going to last between them. Whoever your person was, they're in nothing but conflicts. There's mental conflicts. There's arguing going on. There's loss after loss after loss after loss. There's disagreements. They're competing with one another. They're one-upping one another. They're both sitting in defeat. Both of them on a win at all cost trajectory. But this other person is bullying. Somebody's bullying somebody. But this is a lost cause. This is a lost cause. This person knows that they need to put down roots. They need to gain some type of stability. But they're still in an illusion that they can do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. About him being on it. Yeah. If you had the suspicion, 9 times out of 10, that's your intuition kicking in. With that suspicion is your intuition kicking in. And I'm sure there were signs, you just There were signs. It's easy to tell. It's easy to tell. They sleep with a lot of different women to try to cover it up. But they're very defensive over their male friends. Like, they don't want you to talk to them in certain ways. Or they don't want you around, or if they can't bring them around to be around you guys, they're not going to be happy. And you may feel like that person was cheating, but you can never find the evidence. It's because the evidence is right in your face. You're looking for a woman, and all along it's a man. It's evidence. But that community, and I call it that community because they are not a part of the LGBTQ community. I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with a person that will go and lay with a person and participate in the activity. But you don't claim it. You talk about it. You know, that's crazy. You talk about it. That's how you know them. They have a problem with the true LGBTQ community. You know why? Because they're living in their truth. They're living in the light. And you are right where you are, down low. Down low, down bad. Yeah. Most definitely. Let's see. You could have been picking up somebody else's energy. Explain to me. I'm not understanding. Tell me what you're saying. You are, but you may be picking up somebody else's energy. If your stomach felt nervous, it could be somebody that was projecting their energy off onto you. That is also a sign of ascension. That is an ascension sign. Because what happens is you are elevating. You're elevating and you're integrating at the same time. And you have heightened sensitivity. It doesn't have to be anybody that's sending anything towards you. It could just be that you're picking up the energy. Like, I'm able to pick up other people's pain. I am able to pick up other people's energy, whether it's anxiety or their depression. And for years, I had to learn. That's one of the main things I had to learn. When it's my energy, and when you know that it's not your energy, then it's easy for you to transmute it, which is alchemize it. You alchemize the energy. And what you do is you also have to say all the time, and sometimes you may have to wake up in the middle of the night. I call back my energy from every person, every place, every entity, every realm, every dimension that no longer serves my highest good, my greatest good, and my higher self. And I release any energy that is not mine to carry. And you may have to do that periodically for days, especially when you're going through an ascension, especially when, and definitely when people are pulling on your energy, trying to get back in your energy, fighting to stay in your energy. And there are some people right now that's in the energy family, they are desperate. They are desperate to stay in your energy. They don't want to be released. They're not accepting release. Like, you may have to get, and I don't even, this is what I'm hearing. You may have to get a spiritual restraining order. How do we do that? You're gonna have to go to spiritual court and request it. How do you do that? That's when you gotta be energetically aligned. And because somebody is not letting go. One thing I can say about most of the things that I see out on this table right now, you can say a lot of things about y'all's exes, but to say that they were a quitter, they're not quitting. Not when it comes to you. I don't know about anything else. But yeah, this person wants to try to save up money. They got a lot in their mind that they want to do. But they know that they can't fool you. They know that you are very intuitive. They know that you are sitting in, well, even though you're a man or woman, that you're sitting in your high priestess energy, that you got sacred wisdom, sacred knowledge. For a lot of you, there are things that you know that you don't even know how you know it. Those are in your Akashic records. Your Akashic records it's the spiritual library that holds the information on your soul. How many lifetimes you've been here. Who you were, what you did, were you a male or a female? No, we don't always come back as the same thing. You may find an attraction or you may be pulled to certain things or certain places, certain cultures that you've never been in, but it's familiar to you. It draws you. That means that it means that you've been there before. Like, even if you've never been there, like I give the example of my brother. He always talks about medieval times and he's never studied it. And of course as himself, he's never lived there. He's not lived in those times because that's, but his knowledge of it is very in depth. He can describe the smells and the structure, things that you would only know if you lived in a place. It's just like having the natural ability. You know how some things you have to be taught to do, but there's some things that you could just naturally do, like the people that cook, that just naturally know how to cook, haven't been to anybody's school, can play the plate like a restaurant. That's because somewhere in your Akashic records, either you were this, you did this, you own a business that did this, or whatever it is, it's something. You don't just know these things instinctively without having been there or been in a previous life. And there are people that don't believe in previous lives. They believe that when you're dead, you're done, but that's not true. And if they're fair with themselves, they will go places and like, man, it's like I've been here before. You've been there before because you've been there before. I've never been here. This is my first time here. It's your first time here as whoever you are right now. Yeah, because did you have a near-death experience? You never met them. You might have been gifted with that for what you went through. I know that I've always been intrigued with going back, wanting to know my ancestors that were here before I was born. And I always talk about it. I've always talked about it. So I had a dream one night. My grandmother was still living at the time, and we lived out in not the countryside, but we lived like in it was an estate neighborhood, but it was acreage estates. And so my grandmother stayed in my guest house because she had started to get sick, and I wanted to still give her privacy and her freedom. And yeah, you had an NDE. So when you came back with their gifts. You might, you might have seen them and talked to them while you were out and just don't remember it. Because once the light hits you when you get back, once again, now you're remembering. Now you remember you can cook like them. As you align, you will start to know if you actually saw them. And you can talk to them and ask them. And they'll talk to you. They'll talk to you and tell you, no, you don't. Did you remember? But I had a dream that I went and visited my grandfather's father. And so my grandmother asked me, how did he look? That's the first thing she wanted to know. And so I described to her his stature. He was about, 6'2", heavy set man, dark skin, wore a red and black flannel jacket with an Elmer Fudd, because hunter's hat. She was like, yeah, that's him. He died in 1955. I was born in 72. She said that was him. I'm like, wow. And I was nowhere near like on my healing journey. I wasn't on my healing journey at all. If I was on anything, I was still creating karmic debt. Like, I mean, I guess that's why people sometimes have a hard time believing that, oh, you're just changed individual, but they don't realize is that when you awaken, you can no longer remain the same. When you awaken, you can no longer live in the lie of the matrix. You start to question everything that you know is not real. Systems in society, the race thing, there's no such thing as race. Is that the year that is this a healing code, or is that the year that your grandparents died? Or is this, what does that 971900 represent, honey? There's just things that you can't accept anymore when you truly come out of the matrix, and people will try to pull you back in it. It's like, oh, you don't need to be, you're supposed to be, when I went through to get me to where I am right now, that's when your grandpa died. Wow. 125 years ago. 97 is 16. 26. 8. It's a very blessed day to be born on. Your grandfather was a very abundant man. Had a zest for life. Loved your grandmother. Loved his family. He was a family man. Very meek, very humble. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's with you often. He's with you often. You're a beacon of light for your family. Trust the process. You're overcoming everything that burdens you. They cannot break you. They cannot stop you. You will succeed. You will overcome this, the hurt, the pain. Alchemize it. Transmute it. Use it to propel you forward, honey. Use it. Use it to do what it is that you truly want to do. Because it's there for you. The roads are open for you. Now, y'all got me with y'all tonight. Anybody got any questions about anything, you're welcome. Anything. Anything. Got any questions? I'm gonna put this deck up. I got this deck out. And one question. Why y'all got me? Because baby, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I've been with y'all. I enjoyed being with y'all tonight. And don't forget, guys, if you want to book a personal reading with me, they're all but one 25 they're 25% off. My most in-depth reading is 50% off right now. Until the 31st of March. The description is in the link is in the description in the description box. Also, if you find that you are tied to somebody that you don't want to be tied to, or that you have a soul tie spiritual cord, I've got a spiritual detox regimen in my LeapStore. It's $7.77. Download it, instant download. And a lot of people have been coming, and I thank the ones that came and have been booking with me. I really appreciate you guys. But some of y'all have been coming in looking and window shopping. If you keep coming back, that means that Spirit is guiding you there. Y'all know I don't force you to do anything that you don't want to do. And I definitely don't want you to book with me if you don't want the truth, because I'm going to give it to you just how Spirit gives it to me. I'm not going to sugarcoat the truth. Yeah, you have the hatred coming from your family members because you are the generational curse breaker. You are the answer to the bloodline. The bloodline, the black sheep is always the generational curse breaker. You are the one, they hate you because you're different from them and you don't believe what they believe and you don't need anybody to validate who you are and you don't care what they say. Because you stand up in who you are. And a lot of people, they project onto you how they feel about themselves. If you want to book for April, what you do is, you can book for April. Just go to my email, send me an email, and I will, and tell me what day you want to book. Then I'll put it down, and tell me which one you want, and I'll put it down. I'm not like some people, guys. I work with you guys. I work with you guys, and just all you gotta do is talk to me. That's it. No problem, babe. No problem at all. Yeah, you went through a lot of betrayal with your family because they see you as a leader, somebody that's disciplined. But baby, they did a lot of things to you. A lot of things, a lot of betrayal, caused you a lot of losses, wanted you to fail, wanted your whole life to collapse, and wanted you to be defeated. But you're coming out as a Queen of Swords. You got your sword up. You're not giving a damn about, people saying that, not cold. People have treated you like crap. And so I'm supposed to just come back and keep coming back and letting you stick these swords in my back? No. You're in your Emperor energy. It's fires, Aries, Queen of Swords. Yep. And you got a celebration coming in. I don't know where it's coming in from, but you got a celebration that's coming in. You're getting ready to celebrate something. There's something unexpected that's coming to you. Not something that you've been waiting for. It's not something that you're expecting. This is something that the Most High is gifting to you. I love you guys. What else I want to tell you? Let's see. I think that's it. My shadow, I got a shadow workbook that's coming out. It's gonna be $9.99, and you get the journal that goes with it for free also, and it's got affirmations in it, crystals that you use, different a whole physical regimen to go through. It's like, it's everything. Yeah, the Most High has the Most High has a very, very special gift for you. It's not something that you're expecting. Not something that you're expecting at all. But it's coming, and you're getting ready to celebrate it. You're getting ready. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. And guys, if the message did resonate with you tonight, you can support the channel. You can show your love through super chat, super thanks, super stickers. My Zelle, my Cashapp is also in the description box as well. It's not required, but it's always appreciated. I love you guys. I have dedicated my life to what I do for my collective. And it feels good to be able to do what I do on the level that I do it on. If you would have asked me when I've been doing this, I would have been like, all of y'all crazy. Like, nah, that's not me. No, but I really do. I've dedicated my life to doing what I do. And there are many people that don't understand, don't agree, and I don't care. We're going to go to the end then. If you feel like I'm wrong, then cool. That's good. We're going to go to the end and see who was right and who was wrong. I do have PayPal. I think it's my son that has it. I have Venmo. But my son has PayPal. Because I think I did a reading for somebody. The PayPal is Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah. What's your PayPal? I had to do it for a reading for one of my clients because. What's your PayPal? Look, I don't feel bad. He doesn't know his own PayPal. But no, guys, I really enjoy what I do. It took me the longest to get started. For some of you, it's taking you're procrastinating as well because you don't think you have the tools or the resources to do what it is that you need to do. You will never be ready. You're gonna have to just step out there, and you do have people, like myself. I'm always open to my soul family. You don't know what it is here. You gave it to me the last time.
Okay.
What? Hold on. Okay. What is this?
It's the email right there.
I'm sorry, yeah, this is my son. Okay, it's Jeremiah Rogers 1111 at gmail.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments. Okay, that's fine, baby. That's fine. Because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, just email me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. But no, I really do. I appreciate all the levels of support that you guys give me, and I am here to support you. It's never a time that you can't call and ask me a question. Absolutely, honey, absolutely. I love you, and that's what I'm here for. Like there's nothing now that can pull me out my journey. Like I was saying, a lot of you're waiting for the right time, and there's never gonna be a right time. You just have to do it. You just have to. You jump in, and they're gonna guide you. They're gonna show you what it is that you need to do. You're never gonna be. It may seem like you're alone, but you are never truly alone. You are going to find, just like you're my soul family, you're gonna have an extended, your own soul family as well. Like I said, some of you just gotta figure out what it is Now, hold on. I made something for you guys too. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can put this. I tell you what. If you guys email me at divinetruthoracle@gmail.com and just ask me to see, I have this spiritual journey breakdown outline that I did, and I will email it to you guys. It's no charge for that. Or I tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna put it in my LeapStore, and it just go to the LeapStore, and it's not gonna be a charge for it at all. I'll just put it up in the LeapStore for you guys. That way, you can just click on the link, and it's gonna say spiritual journey outline, breakdown outline, and it tells you about the Akashic records, what they are, how to access them, what's contained in them, spiritual awakening, versus spiritual ascension, what the difference is, the types of chosen ones, their roles, questions you may have. I just tried to do like like questions you might have that you want answered. Oh, you are so welcome, baby. You are welcome. That's how the spirit works. You be in the right place with the right person in the right atmosphere. But the answers that you seek, there are a lot of answers that are coming out now for the collective. The collective is getting the answers that you've been waiting for. When we stop looking for them, they just drop down on us. But I'm gonna give that to you guys that want it. It's just kind of tells you what different things are, the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate. What is light language and how does it activate your DNA and things like that. It's just things that I thought that you guys may want to know or that you could utilize. And like I said, I'm gonna put that in my LeapStore. If you just click on the thing, give me about 30 minutes after we get out of here, and I'll put it in there. It'll definitely be in there by in the morning. Now I'm not that it's no charge at all. That's just, you guys just go in there, just drop your email and thing and just download it. It'll let you download it. It's not any charge for it at all. And I love you guys, and remember, this retrograde is not to torture you. I actually like this retrograde, y'all, and I'm probably just crazy, but it has really. It's lots of things, good things have been showing up. Lots of truths have been exposed and unleashed, and things have been unblocked. And whatever you do, don't live in a spirit of fear, because fear is an illusion. Fear does not exist. Whatever you need is already in you. Whatever you need, it's already in you. And people say they don't believe that. Yes, it is. That's the illusion. That's the trick. They want you to think that what you needed was outside of yourself. The Most High put everything on the inside. It's protected and locked down in the vault that is you. That way it cannot be stolen. It cannot be manipulated. Unless you're manipulated. Shuntae. That's me. Shuntae. But it cannot be manipulated unless you are manipulated. That's why everything that you need to be your greatest self and do your best good, it's in you. That's the illusion that it's outside of you. It is not. The Most High locked it down in there. There's so many illusions. I tell you guys what, I'm gonna make, we'll do these lessons, these talks, these enlightenment talks. We'll do those, we'll do those on Saturday nights. I'll be back on Monday. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm working on for you guys, because that's what I do. When you come to me and you guys ask me for things that you need, I go to God and be like, use me as a vessel so that I can, I want to be of service. I don't want to be here just for show. I'm not here for that. I'm here to complete my mission. I'm here to complete my assignment. I've wasted too much time with people that weren't for me. And now I don't care what people think about me, because when I was spending those lonely nights, those hurts, those betrayals, that deception, whatever it was, I went through that. When I was going through my dark night of soul, I went through that. When I went through my spiritual awakening, I went through that. Nobody suffered the injustices that I did with me. There was nobody there gaslighting them. I don't care about what they think about me, and you got to get like that too. You got to get to where you know who you are. You know whose you are. And you know what, even if you don't know your whole mission, make it your mission to find out. Make it your mission to not let anybody get you off your path. Make it your mission to put you first. Because when you love you, everybody else will have to love you. Because you're not going to take half-ass no more. That's how you know you heal. Because it's not about a person coming in, finessing you. It's not about a person coming in, lying to you. Because you can believe what you want to believe, if you choose to believe it. But it's when you heal, you can't accept the lies no more. When you heal, you cannot accept the betrayal anymore. You refuse. Why? Because I've come too far. It's not about what I have materially. It's not about what I have. It's not about any of that. It's about me loving me. It's about me making sure that I complete this journey, because I don't want to do another round here. I want another assignment. When I went through my Akashic records and found out that I've been 4 lifetimes with an idiot that keeps doing the same thing every lifetime, doesn't ever get it right. But no, I turned the contract over. They were waiting for me to turn the contract over. I held on to it as long as I could. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Yeah. And I called judgment on the situation. And when I called judgment on the situation, I walked away. I ended it. And I went through everything I needed to go through. You're not going to heal overnight. You may wake up in the middle of the night and wonder, like, why the hell am I up? Pray. You may be experiencing, seeing certain things that you went through replay back in your head over and over and over again. It's because that person is replaying the tapes of what they did to you, and it's drawing you in energetically. It's not that you can't get over this person. This person did a lot to you, and because of the things that they did to you, they keep replaying them, and they're trying to get it out of their head. They're trying to get it out of their mind. They're trying to release the burdens off of their life, and they can't. Why? Because number one, they haven't told the truth about it. They have not been accountable for it. And you're the only person that they have not been able to just walk away from scot-free, because now they are in a mental prison because you have them locked down in their head, and you ain't studying about them, as my grandmother used to say. You don't even wake up thinking about them. They pull you back into their cobweb head, and you release the energy, and before you know it, a day might go by and they're doing the same thing. And how you know it's not you? Because you're doing something else, and the thought just drops down in your spirit. That ain't you. That's them. Then you'll think about the crazy stuff, and then you'll think about something good. That's them trying to erase the bad out of their head and wanting to remember the good times, and hoping you remember the good times, and hoping that you don't remember these things. How could you forget? Hell, you tried to kill me, but you said that you wasn't. You tried to poison me, but you said that you wasn't. You wanted me to have an accident, but you said that you wasn't. You were drugging me, but you said that you wasn't. We did drugs together, and you put other poison in my stuff, but you said you wasn't. That's what they're doing, baby. Hi, how you doing, Cliff? You said you wasn't. This person never took accountability for anything that they did to you. And for most of you, that's what kept you in your heads for so long. But I like this. It was a message or a proverb of a Buddhist monk said that a lot of people, imagine you got bit by a snake, and instead of trying to get to the hospital and get the poison out, get an antidote and get the poison out, you go back to the snake and ask the snake, why did you bite me? Because I didn't deserve it. It's nice to meet you too. It's nice to have you here. But you would not go back and ask the snake, why did it bite you? Because you didn't deserve to be bit. No, you need to go and get treated for the bite. You need to get the poison out. You need to get the antidote. Why? So you can get healed and get on with it. Don't go back and talk to the snake. Why? He gonna bite you again. That's the same thing. When you go back and you're looking in the window, trying to see if you can make this toxic karmic relationship work out. You cannot make anything work out with somebody that's not healed. And if they don't want to heal, you can't be mad at that, because that we all have free will. And even if they heal, they're healing on their own timeline. But a lot of them have waited too late. And their contracts are being pulled. You're getting a new higher level soulmate because of what this person did. A lot of things you might know, because I knew a lot of things. A lot. I knew a whole lot of things. But even for the things that I knew, Spirit said there's still some things you don't know. And then when my intuition started increasing, it just started boom, 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 boom. And it's like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm out of there. Your loss and your fault, because I'm on with it. I don't care what you say. You can't gaslight me. Oh, you doing this with that. I'm not doing anything, baby. What I'm doing is what I'm supposed to do. What I'm doing is what I've been called to do. And I take it very serious. I don't come here when I'm doing these collective reads for you guys. I take this very serious. I am my biggest critic. I take it very seriously. I do not play. I'm celibate, because I want to make sure that when I give my energy to somebody again, it's going to be somebody that is vibrating on the same level with me. I can't, because it will knock my energy down. I can't do it. And I'm not going to do it because nothing is more important to me than what I'm supposed to do. I'm not letting anything knock me off my spiritual journey. For nobody. I don't care what they believe, how they believe. I know the truth. I am awakened. I know. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. You are free. You're free spirit. You're free spirit. You have a lot. You have a lot of great ideas. You're somebody that has gone through, you've gone through a lot of friction and a lot of discord with somebody. A lot of arguments and financial failure. Somebody want you to lose everything. Somebody want you to go through instability. But, and this is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see you getting a new home. I see you having long-term success in whatever it is that you are working on right now. You have some opportunities that are overseas, or you're going to have some opportunities overseas. You either are financially independent or you're getting ready to be. What problems have you or are you having regarding love? That's for you, Cliff. What problems are you? That was for you right there. But I'm hearing there's something about love that you want to know. You want clarity on. Cliff still with us? Yeah, well, you got to set clear boundaries. And I'm hearing that people use you for your stability. Stop letting them know what you have. Stop letting them know you're a spiritual person. Your strengths and your weaknesses are being tested right now in a lot of areas. You had some challenges when it comes down to trust or trusting people because of the way people have confused you, tried to set obstacles for you. You want true love, you want a union. There's love moving in towards you. It's going to be very, very intense. If you have not already met this person, you're getting ready to meet this person, but there's somebody that you want to, or somebody wants to rekindle a relationship with you. But this is not love, it's an illusion. Somebody that you admired, somebody is trying to send you telepathic messages that they want a commitment from you, but this is somebody that did not give you an equal give and take. You had no clarity on how this person felt about you. They tried to overpower you. This is somebody that you gave your heart to, but they did not respect you. And the Holy Spirit is saying for you to let go. Learn from this. You're tempted to return back to the same maze that gave you all of the problems. But you need to move forward in the situation because there is love for you coming forward. A divine union. But you got to let go. You got to see the signs and the synchronicities. This is somebody that will be of high honor and that they will honor you. They will embrace you for who you are and not for what you have. But you got to be receptive to this. It's safe to love, but don't go back because what you're going back to, it's just a trick. And you will land on your feet. But you need to set clear boundaries. Yeah. This was a twin flame type of situation, but there was no true connection because this was a lesson, not a blessing. This is somebody that may be in their feelings about you right now. They're pretending that they care deeply for you, that they're open to something new, but you've been enlightened to. This person may have physical passion for you, but they're not a soulmate. This is somebody that's in their head, in their feelings, or kept you in your feelings, did not recognize you for who you are, and always want to guilt trip you. But somebody's coming in that's going to love you. It's going to be a past life love. This is going to be a soulmate. Somebody that you can cherish. Somebody that you can rejoice with. Somebody that you're going to be surprised when it comes in because it's not something that you're expecting. And everybody's not the same. You cannot judge every book based on the cover. Some covers are beautiful on the outside and ain't nothing on the inside. Some of them may have a scraggly cover on the outside, but they're amazing on the inside. Take it how it resonates for you. I hope I answered your question. And I hope the word resonated for you. But I love you guys. We've been here now for what? We've been here 2 hours, y'all. Lord. Now y'all know I gotta go eat. Y'all know that's all I do. I eat, and then once I eat, I get my message. My messages for y'all. I just told you. That's what I just told you. You have blessings coming your way. You have wealth coming your way. You have long-term success and financial security that's coming your way. Somebody wanted you to be in discord. Somebody wanted to keep up a lot of... They wanted to see you burdened, see you down, see you out. But this is somebody that claims to love you. But you do have blessings that's coming. You have financial security. You have an opportunity overseas. I don't know if you're going to travel there or something, but you do have an overseas opportunity. that is going to bring you a lot of abundance. The blessings coming your way. You need to be open for it. Keep your vibration high. Stay away from people that bring you down. Stay away from people that don't mean you any good. Stay away from people that just want to use you for what you got. You can get that anywhere. You deserve much more than that. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I love you guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. And like I said, if you have a question, you can ask me. Y'all did not take advantage of when I first launched my LeapStore. I had free questions, and only 2 people took advantage of it. You never know what you're gonna get. Monday, I'm gonna do mini reads for you guys. I'm gonna do mini reads. I'll post the live up tomorrow, and I'll put a post in the community tab. But I love you guys. Remember, we're gonna get through this Venus retrograde. Don't let the hatred head come back and fool you, because for a lot of them, they're going through serious karma, and they need your light. They want your love. They want your light. They want to come back in. Now a lot of people are seeing who you are. A lot of them are seeing that they fell for some very, very dark, I'm not hearing gunshots. Wow. Yeah. Somebody was gunning for somebody, and they got him, I don't know, hopefully he got out there, but what I'm saying is somebody was gunning for somebody, and they got him. But what they got is not what they wanted. I did a message on that the other day. They wanted this person not to love you. You can't make anybody stop loving somebody. You can put all of the black magic spells, you can do it all you want to. If this person was lured away from you with black magic, that person that did that, they're going to lose them the same way. How you get a person is how you lose them. If they didn't get them right, you're not going to be able to keep them. I don't care what you do. Can't make anybody love you. Go make somebody unalive them putting their minces in their food, because I saw that in a download that I got in a channel message. I saw that. It don't take all that. You ain't got to do all of that. I've never had to do anything to make anybody love me. Now, I've never had a problem getting and keeping a man. Getting rid of him, well, that's a horse of a different color. But I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. I thank y'all for coming and rocking with me tonight. I really enjoyed y'all. And I'm going to put, don't forget, I'm going to put this spiritual journey breakdown outline of the spiritual journey. I'm going to put it in my LeapStore free of charge. Free of charge. I'm going to put it in the LeapStore free of charge. It'll be in there tonight. Just give me about 30 minutes after we get off and I'll get it in there. I love you guys. I will catch y'all on the next one. And as I always tell y'all, keep going, keep going. If you haven't, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. And that's it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all.